can-do trekking for trash. Proudly sponsored by Nampak Bevcan, Nampak Div Food and Collector Can, in support of a cleaner, greener South Africa.
When you embark on a 7-month trek around the coast of South Africa, promoting litter awareness and cleaning up beaches, moments of rest and a good night's sleep are a very important consideration. And with their focus on all things green and environmentally friendly, Michael and Camilla have tried as far as possible to make use of environmentally aware accommodation along their journey.
People have been amazing offering us accommodation. We've stayed in some pretty cool places, from people's homes to camping to some very nice hotels. And it's very interesting to see what initiatives are out there and what people are doing to help the environment through accommodation and through sustainable tourism as well as recreational activities.
And then also the big corporates have found out about us and offered us accommodation. And it's great to see that they're trying to be more green. They're employing responsible practices and trying to look after the environment.
One such organisation is the My Pond Hotel in Port Alfred, which places a strong emphasis on being both socially and environmentally responsible.
We don't really promote green as much as you would imagine one would, because we think that it's also not only is it very limiting, but it's also one-dimensional. So we like to say sustainable, and that takes up every asset. So we run a triple bottom line between people, profit and planet, and that's how we measure our successes.
The hotel may not have set out with the intention of becoming a green establishment, but they've made an effort to adopt environmentally sound practices wherever possible. From the use of LED lighting throughout the hotel to sustainably sourced timber and recycled decor pieces, as well as a rainwater collection system and a commitment to recycling their waste. They've also taken a bold step to drastically reduce the amount of municipal power they use.
The main one and the biggest one, the one that we're most noted for, is that we run a geothermal system. And basically how that works is that underground, underneath the hotel, there's a series of pipes running horizontally and vertically that have water running through it all of the time. Now, this allows a lot of kinetic energy, and so much so that it's able to power up electrical devices. And so our aircon system runs through the geothermal system, and a little bit of our lighting as well, our main lighting, runs through that geothermal system. So it's a fantastic source of energy. One of the after effects of that whole process is that the water is hot, because it works with energy. So that water is then stored in tanks and is used as water throughout the hotel.
For Michael and Camilla, though, a lot of the accommodation along the coast has been much simpler, and many of the campsites and backpackers have demonstrated their commitment to being both environmentally and socially aware. One such place is Bulangula Lodge along the Wild Coast, which is run in partnership with the local community.
Generally, the guests come here in order to, obviously we're on the beach, so it's a very beautiful place, but also mostly to experience the traditional Xhosa culture. This is a very traditional area of the Transkei. Very few people speak English. Traditions are so strong, so guests spend most of their time going up into the village and learning about local customs and all sorts of activities that you can do in the village to give you a better understanding of what life is like here in the rural parts of Eastern Cape.
The remote location of the lodge, with limited access to power and water, demonstrates how possible it is to create a relaxing vacation destination with minimal impact on the environment.
Philosophically, obviously, you want to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So we strive to be exemplary in terms of how one should be moving forward. On a practical basis, we don't have the luxury of flushing our waste down a pipe or allowing our energy to be produced remotely by coal-fired power stations or something like that. So everything we do is contained within the little piece of land that we're on. I mean, that's your classic environmental sort of analogy, is imagine yourself as an island. And that's essentially what you are out here, because we're not connected to Eskom or any other form of services.
There are also people who are creating eco-accommodation centres within South Africa's urban areas and adding an element of environmental education to the vacation experience. One such establishment is the Eco Park on Durban's Bluff.
We class our accommodation as rustic because that's what it is. It's very simplistic, it's affordable to our local market, and also you have your international market that come through and see, because we offer something different.
Rustic it may be, but one of the park's most impressive features is the Eco-Dorm, which is built entirely out of recycled materials. They've also developed an event centre out of recycled materials with a very efficient cooling system.
It's a building built out of 6 shipping containers, old ones, and every drop counts system that we've got on there. We've got rainwater harvesting tanks. When it rains, the rain goes into the tanks. We open a tap and that water is used to water the plants because we've got a green roof. The excess water of that goes back into the tank. So we're using the same water the whole time. We're not using municipal water.
And by employing as many green practices as possible, the experience at the park allows people to see just how easy it is to live sustainably within our environment.
The response we've had is good. They make inquiries, they want to know when can they stay here, how much it costs, what does doing things this way entail, how do I go about doing this. So once they're here and they've seen us and they like it, they come back.
Durban was also the final opportunity for Michael and Camilla to arrange a beach cleanup. Joining forces with the Durban Beach Cleanup Group, it was one of the best supported events along the trek. The volunteers managed to collect over 1.8 tons of litter from the Mgeni Beach and Beechwood mangroves. Although this is a great feat, it also shows how much work needs to be done to keep this litter out of the environment.
Right now, my biggest aim and goal is to get education to the underprivileged kids. So I now am putting some feelers out and I'm trying to find a Zulu-speaking crew member who can come on board so we can touch those schools of the underprivileged kids, get them here and explain what this is all about.
It's dedicated people like this who will perpetuate the change and get people to become aware of the litter problem. By supporting them and getting involved, we can help to make a difference too.
Like I said to you earlier, and I think it's beautiful, I'll quote it forever, another crew member, a friend of mine, Jessica, she said, "Don't leave a better earth for your children, leave better children for your earth," is what it is. And I thought that is exactly what we aim to do. Education is top of my list right now.
If you'd like to find out more about Trekking for Trash, log on to their website at trekkingfortrash.co.za. You can also help to make a difference by donating to the cause. And don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow the team on Twitter for updates on their progress.
Can Do Trekking for Trash, proudly sponsored by Nampak Bevcan, Nampak to Food and Collect a Can, in support of a cleaner, greener South Africa.
At Collect a Can, we've been collecting cans for recycling for over 19 years. We've been doing the right thing for our environment long before it was cool to be green. We collect all cans, from beverage cans to food cans, paint cans and even aerosol cans. We do this because all cans are 100% recyclable. We've recovered an estimated 12 billion cans to date for a greener South Africa. Collectively, we can do more.